Welcome to today's episode of Medical Device Global Market Access by Pure Global. We are your host, here to discuss a significant development in Canadian regulatory affairs that could reshape market access strategies for medical device manufacturers. For any company navigating global regulations, the balance between thorough review and speed to market is a constant challenge. Health Canada has long maintained a rigorous, independent review process. However, in a move toward greater international alignment and efficiency, the agency has introduced a new tool to accelerate patient access to safe and effective technologies. On July 15, 2026, Health Canada published a Ministerial Reliance Order. This order formally empowers the agency to leverage the scientific and regulatory assessments of trusted foreign regulators when reviewing submissions for medical devices and drugs in Canada. This is a pivotal shift from traditional review processes. The new Reliance pathway allows manufacturers to include evidence of a recent approval from a recognized foreign regulatory authority within their Canadian submission package. Health Canada can then use the foreign regulators' in-depth review, including their assessment of safety, effectiveness, and quality, to inform and expedite its own decision-making process. We must stress that this is not an automatic approval or a simple rubber stamping exercise. Health Canada retains full sovereignty over its decisions and will still conduct a review to ensure all Canadian-specific requirements are met, such as those related to labeling in both English and French, as well as any unique safety or performance standards. This new order directly impacts any medical device manufacturer who has already secured or is in the process of securing approval in a jurisdiction that Health Canada deems a trusted partner. While the official guidance is still in draft form, historically, Health Canada has closely collaborated with regulators such as the United States Food and Drug Administration, FDA, and European authorities under the MDR and IVDR frameworks. We anticipate that approvals from these jurisdictions will be the primary candidates for this Reliance pathway. The scope of eligible devices will be clarified in the final guidance, but it is expected to cover a broad range of device classes where substantial benefit can be gained from leveraging a prior comprehensive review. One of the most critical aspects of this announcement is the timeline for industry involvement. Health Canada has released draft guidance for public consultation, which began on July 15, 2026. The deadline for submitting feedback is September 12, 2026. This is a vital window for manufacturers, industry associations, and regulatory professionals to review the proposed operational details of the Reliance pathway and provide constructive comments. This feedback can help shape a final framework that is both efficient for the industry and robust for patient safety. Given this development, we recommend regulatory, quality, and market access teams consider several practical actions immediately. First, conduct a thorough review of your product portfolio. Identify which of your devices have recently received approvals from major regulators like the FDA or an EU notified body. These products are your primary candidates for this new accelerated pathway. Second, actively participate in the public consultation before the September 12, 2026 deadline. Your organization's real-world experience can provide invaluable insights to Health Canada as they finalize the guidance. Third, begin preparing a documentation gap analysis. Proactively compare the technical dossier submitted to the foreign regulator against Health Canada's specific requirements to identify and address any differences in labeling, standards, or evidence needed. Finally, reevaluate your global market entry strategy. If Canada was previously a lower priority due to anticipated review timelines, this Reliance Order could significantly alter the business case, potentially making a Canadian launch much faster and more efficient. If your team needs assistance navigating the new Health Canada requirements or developing a global market access strategy, please check out Pure Global. We specialize in helping medtech companies access markets worldwide. For more resources, including our free AI-powered regulatory tools and device database, check the description of this episode. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.